The Ferrari drivers yet again told a story of contrasting fortunes. Charles Leclerc would use a brilliant strategy to finish in 4th, while Sebastian Vettel endured another comparatively horrendous showing by finishing outside the points in 12th. Frustrations have now been vented by the driver, and Ferrari has responded. I'm your host Dylan Shelley, and first up on Formula World, Vettel bitter over strategy while team blames something else. Vettel had already made things difficult for himself by qualifying outside the top 10. The race start would see him floundering even further with a spin that would send him to the back of the grid. He would fight back, but deteriorating tyres on his final stint would keep him out of the points. This is what Vettel had to say about the strategy his team chose for him. Well, we spoke this morning and said there was no point pitting knowing that we will run into traffic, and that's exactly what we did. He further elaborated on how the stints didn't match the tyres he was put on. We went also onto a hard tyre, which we then only had on for 10 laps, probably not even that, so it didn't make any sense. I mean, why would you put the hard for 10 laps and put the medium for 20 laps? So I was running out of tyres towards the end, so we spoke about exactly that. He then spoke about the possible reasons why Leclerc has been doing much better. From my side, with the spin, I'm not sure what happened there. Also, with strategy, we could have recovered better. The main difference is we don't have clean races from where we start. He had a couple of clean races so far. Team principal Mattia Binotto, however, sees the strategy call in a different light. I don't think there's much to say about that strategy. We may have brought him in a bit early, causing him to lose a spot to Kimi, but we knew that he would take that spot back without any loss of time. He signed off by suggesting what he thought was the real reason for Vettel's poor result. It actually went wrong at the start of the race. I think that turned out to be key and not the chosen strategy. Fast feed. Red Bull team principal Christian Horner feels they need a few more races yet before they have a clearer picture on whether they have caught up with Mercedes. He also added that they have got a lot to understand. It's really encouraging to have this performance. Red Bull team advisor Helmut Marko is now looking forward to the race in Barcelona. It seems to be 34 degrees Celsius. He, however, wants Red Bull to be competitive in all circumstances as they still have some problems with their car, but the gap with Mercedes is getting smaller every week. Honda F1 boss Toyoharu Tanabe thinks that Honda's power unit contributed to the victory, giving good performance and running reliably. He also added that just a few days ago it was the anniversary of the death of Honda founder Soichiro Honda, who passed away in 1991, making it an even more emotional win. It feels like a victory for Charles Leclerc, who accepts that it's not great to say that when you finish 4th, but the reality is they're just not fast enough. Reigning world champion Lewis Hamilton has revealed they're going back to the drawing board. His team principal Toto Wolff explained they couldn't keep the tyres alive, while Max kept going faster and faster. He further added that they now have to figure out how that was possible. Red Bull's Alex Albon thinks that many of the comments have been unfair and that he just needs to have a better Saturday. Renault's Daniel Ricciardo pointed out that it was a race that just kept getting away from them. AlphaTauri's Daniel Kvyat is very satisfied as he felt it was a mega race because he and his team were able to squeeze everything out of the car. And Racing Point stand-in driver Nico Hülkenberg had to pit again and move on to a 3-stop strategy because there were some vibrations and they needed to make sure they could make it to the finish. Have Red Bull closed the gap to Mercedes, or was this just a once-off result? Head over to my community page to vote in the poll and let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out my others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.